for are James M. Cain, Raymond T. Chandler, and Dashiell Hammett, who wrote detective stories that make sense out of and bring justice to the confusing world of the 30s.
I see.
Finally, major works of formal art. Look for Streamline Moderne, of movement which shifted Art Deco from organic fauna and flora to streamlined, sleek, industrial, and scientifically inspired art.
It's got my support. Tomorrow we rob the CICA. Hey, you should go to the doctor sometime.
I don't think I'm gonna fare very well.
It's the wolf!
You can't just be waving your piece around like it meant something!
Whoa. I don't want no trouble. Uh-oh. Looks like our boy's in more trouble than a June bug in molasses.
Remember the good old days? The 30s? Back when a quarter of the population was unemployed and bindlebums wandered through California in the Dust Bowl? Do you remember when the whole nation was searching for an identity, forcing us all to look inward to find it? Do you remember when hillbilly music was popular? I sure do. And those times can be yours again with this delightful new 2-disc album of hillbilly music. It'll have classics like The Ballad of Barney Graham and The Explosion in the Fairmount Mines, and maybe even the very, very classic I Hate the Capitalist System. See, you just get to go back into the days of Woody Guthrie and the other 30s country stars. And you know, this can all be yours for only a payment of $19.99. And if you call in the next 5 minutes, you will get this stylish stick horse in the mail. Call now.
You got some nerve, Wolf, coming in here.
Well, go ahead. Kill me. I want you to.
I wanted him to kill me about as much as I get paid for this job.
I'll let you off with a warning this time. Once you come back in here, I'll kill you!
Yeah, he scampered off like the wuss he was. The heist was set. It was the swinger who delivered us out of our slump and back to the big time. Little did I know they was sneaking up behind my back.
Before I go, I'd like to say one last thing. Support the American film industry. There's such a wide variety in this medium that you could never get bored. Hollywood, one of the few industries not to suffer greatly from the Depression, creates fanciful escapes for moviegoers, like the popular musicals of the time, like Flying Down to Rio, with RKO's popular Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, who continued their formula of musical love in such films as The Gay Divorcee, Top Hat, Swing Time, and Shall We Dance. And then there's MGM's Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney. And don't forget Nielsen Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald. And one must not forget that the 1930s was the birth of the documentary, with greats like Ralph Steiner, Per Lorentz, Paul Strand, Joris Ivans, Willard Van Dyke, Herbert Klein, Lo Hurwitz, and Sam Brody, who pioneered the genre of documentary films, showing the lives of everyday people in the Depression in an artistic manner. Then there's always the Marx Brothers, one of the most popular groups in filmmaking history. Support the American film industry. Cut to Jerry Springer.
You like music, Swinger? Sure I do. What kind of music you like, Swinger? Because I got a friend in the phonograph business. You catch my drift. Like that jazzy stuff, you know. Swing. Swing, eh? Yeah, you know. Duke Ellington, Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw. Tommy Dorsey, Bob Crosby, Glenn Miller, Count Basie, Jim Dorsey, Harry James, Jimmy Lunsford. Swing.
That why they call you the Swinger?
Kinda.
You know, when I first said your name, Swinger, I thought it meant you swing from side to side. You catch my drift? You know, thinking maybe you turn me in. You wouldn't do nothing like that now, would you?
Go.
Of course not.
See yourself in.
My name's Jim Vissler. They call me the Swinger.
What you want, Swinger?
Got a proposal for you, Capper. It's about the meat.
What's your proposal, Swinger?
Here it is. I tell you his plans for tonight, and you just don't arrest me. Got it?
Got it. Give me the goods.
The gig is at the Chicago Institute of Contemporary Arts. You set a trigger on this painting.
The American Gothic.
You know it?
Yeah, I know it. It's by Grant Wood, who was part of the regionalist painter Trinity along with Thomas Hart Benton and John Stewart Curry. This is an example of perfected style. Looks like the mate's in for more than they bargained for.
Gypsy Lodge and free, G.
No, this girl isn't from Harlem. She's from the Midwest. Now, you too can enjoy the swing lifestyle, even if you live in Iowa.
Hi, I'm Arthur Wilson, the CEO of Scat Language Tapes. Thousands of youngsters and adults across the country are joining the steadily growing swing movement. Characterized by rhythmic jazz music, swing is the result of Americans' desire to find a national identity in the 30s. Scat language developed as swing writers couldn't find rhymes and resorted to making up words. Call 1-800-7-SCAT-4U for your first lesson. And if you call now, get your first lesson free!
Wow! Free? What if I were to tell you that I'm in the position to get my hands on some hot, rare books? You know, stolen.
I'd say you could get yourself into some serious trouble.
I'm not talking about minor. I'm talking the grapes of wrath, of mice and men. I'm talking The Postman Always Rings Twice by James M. Cain. I'm talking Appointment in Samara by John O'Hara.
Wait. We're talking the same James M. Cain that writes novels that transport people to the world of forbidden lust, love triangles, brutal raw sexiness, and adulterated motivated murder? This is great.
It gets better. I can get John Rodrigo dos Passos, the very same John Rodrigo dos Passos that attacked the hypocrisy and materialism in the United States with his books, such as his trilogy entitled USA.
The trilogy about the growth of American materialism from the 1890s to the Depression?
Pulitzer winning. The very same. And then there's the popular Raymond T. Chandler, whose gritty detective stories depicted a rough, realistic, and unsentimental point of view. Very popular with the kids.